He said I was overreacting until I found the contract. I found the contract at 2 a.m., and by 2:03, I knew my relationship was already over. My name wasn't on it, but my life was. The scary part is how calmly he slept next to me while I realized I'd been living in a carefully managed lie. We'd been together for 2 years, serious, adult, future-focused. He was ambitious, obsessed with planning, always talking about stability and long-term thinking. When he suggested we move in together, I thought it meant commitment. Instead, it meant convenience for him. I paid half the rent, did most of the emotional work, and told myself that love sometimes looks boring and responsible. The red flags were subtle, but constant. He tracked expenses like a business ledger, including mine. He hated spontaneous plans, hated surprises, hated anything that disrupted his schedule. When I talked about marriage, he'd nod, smile, and say timing mattered. When I talked about kids, he'd say we needed to be realistic. I felt needy for wanting reassurance, so I stopped asking. The night I found the contract, I was looking for our internet bill. His laptop was open, and a PDF was already on the screen. It wasn't hidden. That almost made it worse. It was a prenup draft, dated 6 months earlier, between him and another woman. Not an ex, not a hypothetical. A real person, with a full name, address, and signatures pending. I scrolled in disbelief. The terms were brutal. Asset protection clauses, income separation, a timeline that lined up perfectly with when he started pulling away emotionally. According to this document, he planned to marry her within a year. According to my reality, we were picking out furniture together last weekend. When I confronted him in the morning, he didn't deny it. He looked tired, like someone caught cheating on an exam he studied hard for. He said the relationship with her was logical. Her family had connections, shared values, money. He said he loved me, but love wasn't enough to build a secure life. He said I was passion, she was structure. That explanation shattered something in me. I realized every time he called me emotional, every time he minimized my needs, he was training me to accept less. I wasn't his partner. I was his emotional escape while he negotiated his future elsewhere. I packed my things quietly. No screaming, no dramatic exit. He offered to help me financially like a severance package. That was the moment I felt sick instead of sad. I blocked him everywhere before I could hear another rational explanation for betrayal. 3 months later, I saw their engagement announcement. Smiling photos, captions about destiny and alignment. The same words he used with me, recycled and polished. What he didn't know was that his logical plan cost him something he can't quantify. Because the night I left, I deleted every shared file, every budget spreadsheet, every system I built that kept his life running smoothly. I was the structure he underestimated.